Hello?
What's up, girl? What happened after Tony dumped you?
Girl, I'm over it. I went from heartbreak to hate.
Oi, Joy.
Hi, Bob.
I had to burp and I kept it in. That was nice of me. What's up?
It's a gloomy, rainy day.
Yeah.
It's a perfect day for Miss PettyCakke.
Miss PettyCakke. Yay. It's PettyCakke Yay Day.
PettyCakke Yay Day.
It's Tuesday.
I like that.
It's
I like
new
that.
music. Yay.
Yay.
And it's PettyCakke Yay.
There you go.
Okay.
I like it.
So we are going to hear first
First heard here.
through the
people.
magic of podcasting and multiple editing softwares. We are going to hear a Miss PettyCakke track, and then you're leaving.
And Miss PettyCakke is
And
taking
Miss
my
PettyCakke
place.
is going to be here in the studio, and it's not a lake studio with me. So, magic. Y'all use your brains at home. Look up Miss PettyCakke, get a picture in your mind,
There you go.
know who she is. So, we are going to hear the track Tom Petty
Yes.
off the Not That Bitch EP coming out today. May 14th,
Go to
2019.
Bandcamp, kids.
Go to Bandcamp, check it out. Check out the Insta too. You might want to check out the
Yes,
Instagram.
please check out the Instagram.
Because there might be something there for you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. So, okay, here we go with from Not That Bitch, Tom Petty by Miss PettyCakke.
I get broke pants. I get top hats. So, make sure you don't get in my way. I get broke patty. I get Lori Petty. Yo, don't give me something to say. Don't make me petty. You don't want this petty. Don't make me petty. Oh. You know those kind of people who turn the other cheek. Well, I'm no longer one of those. So if I start to speak, I promise, big boy, your feelings will get hurt. I'm gonna be real rude, yeah, you can call it Kurt. And when I get to town, the truth's all in my head. You might start feeling that you wish you was dead. That's why you see me in the corner alone. Cause if I'm not around no one, then I won't pick no bone. And everyone in the room can eat, laugh, be glad. Won't be no words or insults to make them mad. I get broke hats. I get top hats. So, make sure you don't get in my way. I get broke patty. I get Lori Petty. Yo, don't give me something to say. Don't make me petty. You don't want this petty. Don't make me petty. Oh. Wouldn't be no petty if you didn't run your mouth out in what you started and you can run down south. You'll have to start over. Your life here is done. You thought you wanted battle, but I'm the one who won. Next time you wanna jump, you really ought to know the beast you going against and if they gotta flow. Cause you think your shit is slick and can't nobody smell the bullshit lies and half-ass tries your small brain wanna sell. Look around, can't be found, no one to buy your lies. Wipe tears, grab a beer, then your ass is high. I get broke hats. I get top hats. So, make sure you don't get in my way. I get broke patty. I get Lori Petty. Yo, don't give me something to say. Don't make me petty. You don't want this petty. Don't make me petty. Oh. All what we find, your life lay in ruin. Ain't no one to blame, this ish been ruined. Got no money or friends, you really feel surprised. You wanna be a baller but won't get no supplies. You should've done better, save for a rainy day. Thought you'd find someone to always pay your way. Writings on the wall, you start to suspect the end is in, safe to me, you can't resurrect. I get broke hats. I get top hats. So, make sure you don't get in my way. I get broke patty. I get Lori Petty. Yo, don't give me something to
That was Tom Petty by Miss PettyCakke off the Not That Bitch EP.
That's right. That's right.
What's up?
What's up?
Miss
Yo.
PettyCakke?
Good to be here.
Good to
I
be
guess.
here.
You know,
I enjoyed the
as
Tom.
good as it can be.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, everything's pretty much at like a -10 at all times for me. So, but this is like a -2. Working my way up.
I appreciate your honesty.
Mm-hmm.
And I really liked the Tom Petty track.
Thank you.
Do you think that it's kind of a hyped up?
Yeah, I mean,
It's kind of like a
people
rager even.
It is. I think people feel like, Petty has to be all one level, but I just wanted to prove with this EP that there's like range. I've got range. I feel like my levels of Petty have range, so that's what I wanted to put out. I wanted it to all sound different.
Right. So those are like petty things, like you get mad at a restaurant, so you steal the pen after you sign your receipt,
Yeah,
and then you like
that's a baby level Petty.
this baby little petty, and then you have like you broke up with somebody, so you like keyed their car.
Right, that's getting more serious. That's definitely, but I don't even know if that's like the highest Petty you can really go.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a limit if you really apply yourself.
What if you like really didn't like somebody, but you dated them anyway, and you made them change their religion for you, and then you dumped them?
Now we're talking. Now you're getting epic levels of Petty.
I think once you bring religion into it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once you get into changing someone for false reason, you know what I mean? Like really being able to keep up the facade for so long. Now that's extra Petty.
I mean, that's.
But sometimes you have to dial it down. Like the other day is a good example, right? So somebody, I'll just keep everything and anonymous, if you will. But somebody was asking me, I was using their car, and they were like, "Can you check and see if there's a package of Chips Ahoy in the back?" And I was like, "Okay."
Do you even fuck with cookies like that?
Not really. No, I surely don't. No.
Okay.
I went and
It's
looked.
a basic bitch ass cookie.
It's a very basic. That's like the shit we ate when we were kids, right?
Right.
You know what I mean?
So this wasn't a kid asking.
Not a kid, grown ass adult.
Okay.
Asking, Logan was like, "No, there's no fucking cookies," and they were like, "Oh damn," and it's like, basically the request was, "Would you get me some fucking cookies?" That was really the request.
Oh, so there wasn't even the cookies weren't even necessarily there.
It was like a lead-in. You've gotten those kinds of requests from people for sure, right? Yeah. So, like the hidden requests where it's supposed to like spark you to say, "Oh, I could," and then it sounds like, "Oh, thanks for offering."
Yeah. Oh, hate that.
I didn't offer.
Okay.
But what I did do, next morning, as it happens, I had to go to the grocery store, get my normal little items, past the cookie aisle, bought my own fucking package of Chips Ahoy, and enjoyed every last one of them bitches. Now that is like really leaning into your Petty. And that's, I try to do
That can make
things.
a chocolate. That can make a basic bitch cookie taste better.
It does.
A little bit of Petty.
The whole
into it.
package tastes amazing, and I know they wouldn't have if it wasn't because I was really relishing the level of Petty that I was on.
That's some good Petty.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. So when you are creating your Petty words,
Yeah.
do you have any, like, some people say that they like candles, they get the room into a mood. This is what see some artists doing. They like create this ambiance of creativity. Do you have any of that kind of setup for your?
No, I mean, I go real basic, I put myself back in the scene.
Okay.
You may know that the first track that I wrote was They Ain't Shit.
Right. I
And that was like really right after, like written on the spot. Right. So, but the other tracks were just as good. You know what I mean? Like, I've been saying, "I hate your face" for years. And one morning I got up and I was like, it's just time to write a track. So I just got up and, kind of was fucking around with "I hate your face," just those words, and like, what could I do that's kind of like a chorus? And then it was like, as I just got into like this mantra of "I hate your face, I hate your face, I hate your face," words just came to me. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of how it just works. It's like you get in that hate or that petty zone, and then inspiration comes. You get one line, you can just kind of figure it out, what's going to work next. You know.
So do you think that grocery stores should have like a parking spot for petty people?
Absolutely. They got pregnant people, they've got handicapped. Why wouldn't they have petty?
Right.
Like, I'm here for petty purchases only today.
Yeah. Like, what is a petty? I mean, other than your Chips Ahoy cookie, obviously. But speaking of tracks and purchases.
Yes.
Enjoy your weave.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm building a collection.
Yeah.
But you know, the signature is really the black hair with the burgundy tracks inside.
I mean, that's while the album is not that bitch, I feel like the hair is
that bitch?
Is that bitch.
The hair is trying to be that bitch. I definitely just feel it. Like it's unique, and it just really kind of screams hatred. Stay all the way back, which is also why I do my makeup the way that I do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's basically the idea. I just want to be the kind of person that you would go 4 aisles away from in a store to not encounter. That's really kind of my goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
it's a natural repellent.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I mean, I'm naturally a smiling, happy person. So
Obviously.
people always flock to me, but I can understand why you would want to be a repellent of people.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to comment on your makeup because women can wear whatever makeup they want, but
They absolutely can. But mine...
it's not really painted for the daytime, that's for sure.
No, it's not for the daytime, but it's for petty time.
So yeah, I definitely wouldn't like wear that to the office or anything like that, but I'm digging it. So it's kind of dark, it's kind of gothy.
And I have slightly different looks. Like, petty is not just one. Like I said, there's different levels, so there's different looks. You know, you might have seen the all red hair. I painted a little less clownish, a little more softer when I
Nice.
put that together. I got a purple look that I'm eyeing. So watch out. Petty's here to stay.
The rainbow of petty.
The rainbow of petty cake.
Nice. So, is there any other, like, I mean, I know that you've said in other interviews that this was a relationship kind of EP. I keep wanting to say album, but I know it's an EP. So it's coming off the heels of a relationship. Do you feel like that's all it is in this album, or is there more to it?
There's so much more to it, right? It's like there's been multiple encounters. There was one relationship that kind of spurred the whole thing, but I've pieced other encounters in there. You know what I mean? Because there are repetitive things that dudes do
Oh yeah.
that they've been known to do. That's
Dudes
the
doing
whole
dude
reason
things,
for the
yes.
chorus of the ain't shit.
Yeah.
Is because this is the first time I've encountered it. You know what I mean? Just be out here wrong. And but it's also encounters with, you know, trifling family members, trifling coworkers. And so it's just kind of like all in there. And the way that people are, quite frankly, I feel like I'll have at least 1 or 2 more albums in me.
I mean, that's good to have more. You're constantly writing, right? So
Constantly writing. So, you know, I'm excited that this is the first one. I'm hoping that people really respond to it, and like learn to embrace their own petty, because a lot of people are scared of it.
yeah.
They're scared to embrace that darker side.
So I've spent some time with the album, the EP, and like you said, there's various tracks on there. There's some hyped up hip hop. There's some kind of like old school rap. There's some R&B mixed in there for your blood.
And a lot of skits.
And a lot of skits. It's kind of
Because,
fun.
you know, all the rap albums I loved, like hip hop albums I loved back in the day, they all had some kind of skit.
Yeah. So you got skits, you got more songs, you got
Five songs.
Five songs.
skits that kind of range from, being just creepy to,
Some fun. Yeah.
Very short. Nothing. I hate nothing more than a drawn out skit where you're like, you could have ended 45 seconds ago. So they're short and sweet.
And they're separate tracks, which are nice because sometimes.
That's the other thing. When
Sometimes
somebody
skits
embeds
are-
it in the song, oh, it makes me so fucking angry.
You're like, when will the song begin? Or wait, I thought the song ended. Now there's people talking in a classroom in the background. Miss Lauren Hill, that was for you. So, do you want to talk about any other tracks? So we heard Tom Petty, which is more of a hype song. We've talked a little bit about They Ain't Shit,
Right.
which is a song for the people.
It is. It is.
White people don't sing along.
Maybe
but you can
not.
listen.
That would be best if you don't. But still, I think everybody will enjoy it. It's definitely, something to nod your head to. Blast it in your car. Blast it in your car. Check your surroundings.
Right.
Check your surroundings. But
if you're white, it's perfectly okay. You're not gonna get arrested.
no, not at all. Not at all. And then, the first track on there is PettyCakke.
PettyCakke, yeah.
Which was, I was just thinking about all the different levels of Petty, Petty, Lori Petty, Tom Petty, all the things, right? And PettyCakke was from the kids' rhyme Patty Cake,
Right.
obviously. So that was a fun one to write. Each of the songs has a special place in my heart because they are all aspects of me. But PettyCakke, the last track is Anger Over Sadness. That's another really,
yeah.
it's another, dare I say, somewhat softer side of me, almost sort of.
The lyrical content's still there, but it's the delivery of an R&B smoothed out Petty.
So it throws you off a little bit. You're like,
Yeah.
wait, is she about to go sweet? And then you listen, like you said, you listen to the lyrics, you're like, oh, no, it's still.
No, it's still that way.
Still
but yeah, it's
PettyCakke.
definitely the softer side of Sears.
I like the way you put that. That's
They
nice.
should use that in a commercial or something.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe I'll just make a meme off of it.
The softer side of
The softer side of PettyCakke.
PettyCakke.
I don't know if that really works, but nonetheless,
It doesn't roll off the tongue the same way.
not
but-
easily. No. I'll work on it. Put a pin in it. I'll work on that.
So you are an artist living in Champaign, Illinois. Mm-hmm. For those that don't know.
Yep.
Do you have aspirations? I mean, Champaign's not necessarily known for its hardcore, it's not the Bronx.
True. It's not.
It's not, like
But
Compton.
not everybody can be from Bronx or the Compton. So
So you feel that a prairie rapper.
wow, a
It's
prairie
just-
rapper. That's what we're calling me. I don't know. That's the label I'm gonna go with. But like I said, Petty is everywhere,
Right.
and rap has kind of become like universal. You know what I mean? So I feel like why not somewhere in a small town in Illinois?
So you could just remake Tom Petty into I Get Real Prairie. That doesn't really work.
That's what you want, right?
Yeah, I just want that.
The Prairie remix. Maybe there will be a song and I'll do a Prairie remix.
Oh, can you get Ja Rule to do your remixes? Because I feel like
No.
he needs.
No Ja rules. None of that.
He needs some. What's some of your big influences artistically?
Artistically, I'm all over the map. But if we're talking specifically like rappers, people of the day, like I love Angel Hayes. I think Angel Hayes is amazing. I like Lady Lee Shore. I like Queen Herbie. I'm actually a fan of hers. Blimes, Gifted Gab, Nadia Rose. Like there's a lot of people
Yeah.
that I love. I love a lot of Black British rappers.
Yeah.
They're really good, but there's some Americans too.
So, as a woman of a certain age, have you always been a hip hop fan? R&B, rap, or is that?
Yeah, I'm trying to think back to a time. Well, maybe not always. because I am of a certain age.
Right.
So there was a time when it wasn't really a big thing. I'm going to make a startling revelation here, but I remember one of my first loves being like Madonna.
Ooh.
That's just the truth of childhood, right?
I mean, that's your age, right?
That is my age, you know? So.
And there was at a time when you could like another person in a different genre that you weren't technically, I don't know, it doesn't seem like at that time growing up that anybody was genre specific.
No, people were all over the place.
Yeah.
I think people are coming back to that some. We went through a big period where everybody was like, I only listen to this. You know what I mean? You ask somebody, what do you listen to? I listen to rap. Like, that's all I listen to.
But do you think maybe people say that just because they want to appear to not, like, they're keeping up a front, if you will? Just to make sure that that, they only listen to.
I think some people do. But also people go through phases, right? And I know a lot of people who might be, they only listen to rap for 6 months, and then next thing you know, they're listening to something crazy like light rock. I don't know. You know what I mean? So I think more people are far more eclectic than they are willing to admit. You're right. That's true.
Eclectic.
Big words.
Big words.
Look it up, kids.
If
a Prairie remix doesn't happen.
No, I was
you
gonna
still
say.
live? No.
If a petty falls in the woods
and
and
there's
no one's
one
around,
to have their feelings hurt by
Yeah.
it, was it still petty? Absolutely.
okay.
Absolutely.
So a person can be petty without affecting
Yes,
another directly.
that's right, because the petty is for you.
Okay.
It's not necessarily for the other person. Now, sometimes that's like a double bonus
Right.
when you know that you're affecting them with your petty. But sometimes just having that petty in your heart, that's enough.
Okay. And let's talk about Anger Over Sadness for a second.
Okay.
So that's the final track on the EP. And I think it proves it's not necessarily a pointed point, but it is kind of stating something. There are different ways to deal with situations.
Yeah. Just like I've always been kind of, people have always kind of looked at me with a side eye or tilted their heads at me like, why would you embrace anger? Like, why would that be something that you would be, you should be able to feel your sad feelings. And anger gives you more control. Anger gives you a lot more control, and it helps you get up out of the bed. If you just wallow in sadness, you're useless. Anger is constructive. You can say whatever else you want to say. Anger is fucking constructive.
Yeah, because that's the thing is like, I think, like you're saying, anger actually feels, you can actually, I don't know, it actually feels right. Mm-hmm. Whereas sadness kind of feels like someone still has control over you.
That's it. Sadness feels completely hopeless. Like, what do you do with that? But anger feels like, this is still a fucked up situation and shit ain't right, but I can do something.
Right.
Like I can react in some way, or I can.
So it's like the anger is mine. The sadness may be me being sad, but you're in control of that. So at least if you're angry about something, you're in control of that emotion.
Absolutely. It's easier to climb up from anger than it is from sadness.
That is true. And I just want to point out that the Anger Over Sadness song, while it's a total juxtaposition to the rest of the music because it's more of an R&B, more smoothed out song, it actually might even be the hardest song on the EP. Do you have any more things to say before we bring Joy back in the studio?
No, I just wanted to thank you for the interview and encourage people to go check out the EP.
Check out PettyCakke on Bandcamp today. Today, because today's the release day.
Today's release day.
Check out the Instagram account for
Miss
possible.
PettyCakke.
Yeah, it's Miss PettyCakke.
2 Ks.
2 Ks.
Two S's, two T's, two K's.
Gotcha. So, welcome back, Joy.
Thank you, Bob. It's good to be back.
It's great to have you back in the studio.
I hope Miss PettyCakke was behaved.
Very much so. She's
Good.
the calm before the petty, I feel.
Yes, I think she restrains it well.
Yeah,
Quite
it's nice to. It's exciting, right? It's petty yay.
It's Petty Day. It's her day.
All right. So, what do you think about the album?
I love it.
Do you?
You know me. I like to embrace all sides of anything. It's intriguing having the name Joy. I think I've told you this before, right? People are like, but your name is Joy. How could you ever, oh, you should smile or you should, be happy. And I am happy a decent enough portion of the time. But, you know what I mean? It's like nobody can be one. I don't think anybody can be one thing all the time. It's definitely not happy. Well, that's kind of insane.
That's insane, right? I think people are like it's a decahedron.
Ooh, look at you.
So it's like 10-sided.
10-cent word.
A 10-sided, like a 10-sided die, or something that has 10 faces, right?
Yeah, right.
And most people are like that. So most people have more than 2 faces, even though we call people two-faced.
That's true. They have more.
They have way more than that. And most people who are two-faced typically have 7 or 8 that they could switch off. It's like what was that guy's name in the He-Man action figures?
I know who you mean.
He like switch his face.
I had the toy when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You could turn it around.
Man of Faces, I think was his name, or Many Faces or something like that. But yeah. Switch his face. Be happy, switch it to sad, switch it to mad, whatever.
Yeah.
So everyone has different sides.
Embrace them all.
Embrace all your decahedrons.
I'm going to be walking around talking about decahedrons now.
I don't even know why that came up. Maybe I was thinking of Supergirl. Remember there was something in Supergirl. What was that? It was a hedron of some sort.
Oh, it was, I think. I know what kind of way.
It wasn't a decahedron, though. I don't know.
Oh, don't take me back to that movie. I haven't watched that in a minute.
All right. So, today we're celebrating Petty.
Yes.
Do you have any petty stories, that we haven't discussed on the show? Like, any pettiness that has been...
On top of head? No.
Oh.
I wish I did. I should write down my petty things.
Petty journals. Can you imagine if people wrote down everything that I think I've said once before on the show that you should draw murder scenes and then immediately destroy them so that people don't think you're actually being serious about things. But if you actually wrote down all your internal dialogue,
yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Have you ever? No, I haven't done this recently, but have you ever changed time on somebody? Try and go back to a time before digital clocks, right?
Okay.
And we're in smartphones, and just slowly inch time backwards on somebody so that they just end up showing it places at the wrong time.
No, that's rude.
It's rude, but it's also kind of petty, right?
I mean, yeah.
Because you have to be dedicated, because you don't really want them to catch on. Just slowly sneak it back, and eventually, next thing you know, it's 15 minutes.
I mean, that could easily be the worst thing someone could do to me, because that would number one, I don't like being late.
Right.
So that would send me into pissed off mode completely. Yeah. And then to not even know I'm late.
Right.
And just show up late.
Just in such confidence.
And have someone have the options or the opportunity to tell me that I'm late.
Oh, the
That's
daggers.
Horrible. That is a horrible thing to do. It's so minuscule.
Yes.
Minutes. Minuscule. Ha. My words.
Look at that.
But
it's a dedicated kind.
Yeah.
What about you? What is maybe the pettiest thing you can remember doing?
That I can remember that I've ever done?
Yeah.
I don't think I should say that on the radio.
Okay.
On the podcast.
I should have prefaced legal.
Legal or... yeah, because I don't feel like you can change the names to protect the innocent on what I did.
Okay.
So, I mean, I definitely have shot out a window before.
Right. We didn't know
Those
about
the
that.
petty things. I don't know. Petty A. Miss PettyCakke on Bandcamp.
Absolutely.
Check it out.
Miss PettyCakke on Instagram.
Follow the Instagram.
One day, Miss PettyCakke on YouTube.
One day in iTunes. But for right now, Bandcamp.
And remember that to be beautiful and natural is the birthright of every woman. And I wish you all loads and loads of loveliness and good luck.